Welcome to Candid Africa, truthful and unapologetic.
Let me just say something. I have a little theory that the world is manipulated. I may be wrong, but the world is manipulated by the multinational corporations, the media, some parts of the media, and the intelligence apparatus. They work as a triumvirate, and they are neatly sandwiched like the ham, like your tomato, whatever it is. They are neatly sandwiched in between the governed people, the governed ordinary people, and the governors. That is where the manipulation takes place. And there is a symbiotic relationship between the triumvirate and sometimes at this level. And if we do not make every possible attempt to return morality, when we're talking about the immorality of international politics, the immorality in business ethics is also percolating downwards, and the criminal, corrupt thing that goes on in my world is bad. So the sooner we begin to return, to restore some sense of morality in business ethics, in politics, in the media, intelligence apparatus, with beliefs, conviction that this is wrong, etc. After all, if you're talking about globalization, then please, let the same value, what is good for the goose, let it be good for the gander. You know, what you want for yourself, I think is something you should want for your fellow man. If we truly want to enjoy peace and stability under a so-called unipolar world, then we have to wake up to our responsibility. You listen to me. We end up with injustice. We end up with corruption. We end up with poverty. We end up with the worst possible things. We end up with the image. I don't have to tell you the image that you have in Africa. I don't have to tell you. We've always believed in and we know the value of democracy. Long before, we were colonized and even after we were colonized. However, the world is going through changes, etc. We've been through the pain of colonialism, and today we're going through colonialism, neo-colonialism. In the sense that what I'm trying to say is that there was a time when we saw the white man, our colonial powers, as our enemies. But I think, no, not that I think, something that is worse than an enemy is a traitor. Yes. And when we won our freedom, some of our countries were led by some of the most noble nationalists, of our time. But at the same time, with the passage of time, some of them became treacherous and rather betrayed our aspirations. In effect, what I'm trying to say is that as bad as an enemy can be, I think something worse than an enemy is a traitor. We've ended up evolving in the process of trying to modernize. We've ended up being westernized. The late Pope John Paul contributed his quota towards the collapse of the Eastern Bloc. With the growing unipolar world, some of us were thinking, is it going to be better or is it going to be worse? The Western powers talk about democracy, Christian values, etc., etc., etc. Some of us were hoping that the world, let us hope it's going to be better. Do you know what your own Pope John Paul said before he died in a meeting with President Gorbachev? He described the new situation as the savagery of capitalism. The savagery of capitalism. This is a serious indictment. It's a serious indictment of us. We're beginning to sow the seed of instability. My brother, let us wake up.
Did you like or hate what you heard? Let us know in the comments below, and if you want more candid speeches like this, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to catch all our latest videos. And please feel free to leave your suggestions, news tips, or topics about Africa you'd like us to cover.